Hello once again, guys. Welcome back to my 6th edition vlog. Today we're going to cover mystery objectives. Now, mystery objectives is a is a new rule in the 6th edition rulebook that applies to several missions in it. So the first thing that you need to do is once you place your objectives on the first turn, that something, that a unit, not it doesn't have to be scoring or not, but a unit or a scoring unit moves in 3 inches or is within that within 3 inches of an objective, you roll a die. So, and there's a chart for you to actually go through. So what happens? Basically, on a roll of a 1, you get a sabotaged objective marker. What does this do is that you have to roll a d6 every single turn after that if there's a unit within that 3 inches. What happens is that on a roll of a 1, the objective explodes, and you place a large blast marker over the objective, and every model hit partially or under the marker gets a strength 4 AP dash hit. Now this happens every turn. You get a 1 on that sabotage roll, so it keeps on going and going and going and going. On a roll of a 2, you get nothing happens, so nothing happens on that one. It's just a normal objective. On a roll of a 3, you get Skyfire Nexus. This gives the controlling unit the special rule Skyfire. On roll of a 4, you get Targeting Relay. Now this means that the unit controlling the objective re-rolls fails to hit rolls of 1 when shooting. Pretty good. The 5th one is Scatterfield. Is that a unit that controls that objective counts its cover save as being 1 point better than it is. Awesome. And number 6 is probably one of the best one. It's Grab Wave Generator. So what does this do is that every model charging that unit that is holding this objective gets their charge value halved. So that's awesome. That's very good. So that's mystery objectives. It's a very, very fun thing to actually, it's a good twist on just holding the objective, holding the objective games. It actually gives you, a bit of randomness in there. And since there's plenty of time left in this video, I'm just gonna cover some of the missions. So let's start with Crusade. So Crusade is the mission if you roll a 1 on the mission, and what it is basically the primary objective is that after setting terrain, you place D3 plus 2 primary objectives, and that's about it. And the victory condition is that if you have who has more victory points, the primary objective is that primary objectives are worth 3 victory points at the end of the game, and the secondary objectives are Slay the Warlord, First Blood, and Linebreaker, as well as Night Fighting, Special Rule, Mystery Objectives, and Reserves. So that's about it. Crusade, pretty sort of like the most common one we play in 5th. I don't remember the names. But anyway, mission number 2 is called Purge the Alien. So Purge the Alien is that it's kill points. That's not it. So Purge the Aliens is old classic kill points. So if it's not like by the amount of points the unit costs, like the old edition, it's the 5th edition one where a whole unit is destroyed and you get 1 victory point. So Rhino is the same victory points as a Land Rider, even though it costs much less. Also, secondary objective are Slay the Warlord, First Blood, Linebreaker, Night Fighting, Special Rule, and Reserves. Big Guns Never Tire. Now this is one of the stranger ones. So primary objective is D3 plus 2 objectives. So you hold the objectives, and you get 3 points for primary objectives, and you get 1 victory point each for every heavy support choice you destroy. Yeah, doesn't really make sense. How about if the other opponent doesn't have victory point? It doesn't have like any heavy support choices, then it's really unfair then. Anyways, secondary objectives are Slay the Warlord, First Blood, Linebreaker. The special rules are Night Fighting, Mystery Objectives, and Reserve. Now, there's actually another one called Heavy Metal. This makes all heavy support choices, no matter if it's a vehicle or a unit, a scoring unit. So you can have a Land Rider as a scoring unit in this type of mission. What the? No. Moving on to mission number 4, the scoring. Now the scoring is um, a objective as well. So as the city of terrain takes turn placing a total number of 6 primary objectives face down. Why does it have to be face down? Because each objective earns the player different victory points from 6 to 1. So you just write it on your marker and place it face down, then place it at random. So the in primary objective is that you have to hold the objectives and you get 6 in 1 chances of getting the value from 6 to 1. Secondary objectives are Slay the Warlord, First Blood, Linebreaker. Special rules are Night Fighting, Mystery Objectives, and Reserves. And this has fast recons. So in the scoring, all fast attack choices are scoring units as well. Okay, that makes sense. Moving on to mission number 5, the Emperor's Will. The Emperor's Will is, so basically, you know, the army, you choose, battlefield, yada yada. So this is seize ground. So you place 1 objective in your own table half, and that's about it. So you have 2 objectives, 1 objective is, and you place it in your own table half. Victory condition is that each primary objective is worth 3 points. Secondary objectives: Slay the Warlord, First Blood, Linebreaker, Night Fighting, Mysterious Objectives, and Reserve. So the Emperor's Will is just basically seize ground. Wait, is it? Oh no, it's capture and control. Sorry. And number 6, the Lyric. Now this is probably one of the most interesting ones, because in order to win this, it's actually very strange. So what happens is that you have a lyric, okay? So a lyric is basically, let me see first. Yeah, so what is that? What is the lyric? Is basically you place a coin or a marker in the center of the board, and that's the lyric that you have to pick up. The lyric is worth 3 victory points. And the only way to win this type is actually to hold that lyric with you. Now there's many type of crazy things you have to do with the lyric. So when you grab the lyric, you have to be a scoring unit. Yep. And after that, there's moving restrictions. So you can only move 6 inches with the lyric because it's going to explode. If you move anything further than that, you automatically drop the lyric. And you know, it's a very fun thing because it's sort of like capture the flag in you know, the classic airsoft matches or paintball matches. So I'm just calling the lyric capture the flag, and that's about it. So that's the missions and mystery objectives. How do you like it? I actually really enjoy the variations we get, but the big guns never tie in where your heavy support, you gain 1 victory point for heavy support, and the scoring when you gain 1 victory point for each fast attack. It's not actually fair. Like, just imagine this. Just imagine a unit of of orcs. Orcs normally don't have a lot of heavy support versus Imperial Guard, which has tons of heavy support in the tanks. It's not just fair, right? But anyways, post in the comments on what you think. Thank you for watching my videos, and please subscribe.